Raise your hands if you're with Team Real. I've said it before and I will say it again every time. Minnie is the common denominator in any and every drama within this group. She constantly creates issues and drama and problems and then hides behind her fault in situations using her weight, her size, you know, the fact that her father wasn't in her life. Like, she will use anything to try to make people feel sorry for her, so they will overlook the fact that she caused all of this drama that everybody is in. She is a master manipulator, and when the twins finally get wind of how she is using them as guard dogs for her foolishness, Minnie gonna be on her own. We're gonna see a whole different Minnie. We're gonna see a Minnie who has to work through this group on her own and doesn't have her bully of a giant mother or them little twins barking at everybody so nobody can get close to her. I cannot wait to see that. We're back at the scene of a crime, okay? Because Minnie and Abera got into it about the fishing waders, and then Abera took it to the next level because she said, if you won't pop off, I won't pop off. And because Minnie popped off, Abera popped off. And the problem that everybody in this group has with Abera is that she pops off on another level and they can't handle it. So they try to make her the problem when really all she says is, I'm gonna be cool if none of y'all mess with me. But when you do mess with me, you better be ready. And the problem is they're never ready. So anyway, they pull, I think it was Miss Juicy pulled her off, and then Money came back because the twins and Minnie are her friends, and so is Abera, and she's trying to make sense of the situation and trying to get everybody to see both sides. And I get it, in the heat of an argument, you don't sometimes feel like the making up, but the twins are horrid and Minnie is wretched. The twins are going off, you know, defending Minnie. Minnie is not sitting there saying anything, because if you remember back, Minnie sat back in that chair and she did not say anything when the twins started going after Abera, because Minnie cannot stand on her own 2 feet. So when the twins jumped in, she got real quiet and she was enjoying it because she loved that somebody was standing up for her so that she does not have to do anything. And the twins are going after Abera, not knowing that Minnie created this mess that they are all in. So anyway, Money tries to diffuse the situation. She tries to relate to the twins by explaining to them that she gets where they're coming from and she gets them defending each other because that's how her and her brother are. And then they said, well, you're not a twin or whatever. And she was like, I get it, but me and my brother came closer when my mom died. And then one of them, the pregnant hellhound, makes a comment that she doesn't care about Money's mother. That right there, Money is a better woman than me. Let me tell you something, because I would have kicked the both of them over in them chairs right into that lake and let that pregnant one just roll down them rocks into that lake, because that was beyond disrespectful. Both of them crossed the line when they made those comments to Money. The pregnant one crossed the line, Andrea, right? She crossed the line when she made the comment, and Amanda crossed the line when she defended her sister's foolishness. And I can't believe it. Felon Chris, of all people, was the one who made Andrea realize that what she did was horrible, because she was standing tough until Chris said that was wrong for you to do. Like, her mother's not even here to defend herself. Like, why would you even make those comments about her mother? Anyway, Money goes back and she expresses to the girls what happened. And then Sam starts crying and getting upset about Money's mother, who has passed away, being disrespected. And like, Sam is not only crying, she's wailing. And I'm like, what a time to make something about you. Money is the one who is going through. So everybody starts comforting Sam to get her to calm down. And then we cut back to Money, who was the one who was offended by the twins. So everybody decides to leave. And I feel like this is the producers trying to save the twins' image. I honestly feel like one of the producers went to the twins and was just like, you won't be on this show next year if you don't get this right. Because last week, Twitter had a whole meltdown over them twins. Everybody was calling for them to be removed from the show. So I felt like the producers already saw that. They were just like, you know what? This is good. We're going to have to keep this in, but we have to be honest. You guys look horrible. So I think that they crafted this scene for the twins to look good, because how they treated Money was inexcusable. So we get this fake scene with Minnie and Marlon standing there waiting for somebody to walk up to them, and the twins waddle up. Let me stop. That was wrong, but I'm so angry at them. The twins walk up to Money, and they're just like, what was that? What's so sorry? What's wrong? I am so sorry. They saw all this crying or whatever, and then Money starts crying, and then they all make up or whatever, I would not have accepted it. I don't hold a grudge, but there are certain people you don't need to have in your life like that, Money. And Money is a better woman than me. I just have to say it. She handled that in a manner that only Jesus could do. She forgave them girls right away, and then she even expressed to them that they all just have to be better. Like, how you wrap yourself up in this situation when you were the one who was offended? But she was just like, we have to work together, we're family. Like, Money handled that like a champ. I have really become an uber fan of her on this season. The way that she is holding herself, not only on the show, on social media, she has just really evolved into such a great character. The sad thing is, Money evolved into the character Minnie should have been and started out as. Minnie was the wise mama bear of the group, and she just has become this trifling train wreck. And if she don't have them hellhounds barking in every scene to defend her, she got her lion tongue or that bulldog of a mother to just, you know, fight for her in her foolishness. And it's so unfortunate because Minnie was the one who I really loved on this show, and now I cannot stand her. So the next day, I don't know what happened, but I feel like maybe the women of the cast are trying to do damage control for Minnie because Abera is the new person. But Sam and Minnie are in her room, and Sam is talking about what Abera was doing, with the things that she was doing that was wrong. And I don't know, maybe I saw something different. Maybe I only saw what the producers wanted me to see. But in my opinion, I didn't see anything that Abera did wrong. She did not pop off until she was messed with. Anything else that she did after she was called out her name by Minnie, it does not matter. It does not hold weight to the fact that she was having a good time before Minnie made a problem with her. So I don't understand how Sam was defending Minnie's behavior. But anyway, Jordan walks in and rightfully so addresses Minnie and Sam, especially Minnie. He says, you knew what this weekend was about. You couldn't have just waited. And that was what I was saying. If you were such a good friend, why are you doing this on a trip where your friend is getting proposed to? Because Minnie's not a friend. She is a spoiled brat, and she does not like the fact that the attention is on somebody else. This is Amanda's weekend, and Minnie found a moment to make it about herself, and she chose to do it with someone who the group is just getting to know, not really a fan of, and she knew that the twins would be on her side because they are not too cool with the bearer. Minnie orchestrated this whole nightmare, and I hope the twins and I hope everybody else on that cast come for her at the reunion and set her straight, because they always allow her mess to just fly, and I don't know why they don't come for her. And I don't care that she got this heart condition and all of this stuff. You do terrible things. You cannot use your health as an excuse to be a horrible person and create terrible situations for people to sink in and then say, oh, I'm sick, so it's okay. You shouldn't be, you need to get over it because I got a problem. No, honey. You need to take responsibility for your actions, and you need to be checked on. We get to dinner and everybody's having a good time, and Abera decides that she needs to cough because something went down her throat the wrong way. How dare she cough? Because as soon as she coughs, the non-pregnant hellhound goes at her and starts acting like she's coughing to cause a problem. She was so upset with her over coughing, I had to rewind the scene back because I needed to see if Abera did it on purpose, because I felt like my mom was playing tricks on me because I did not understand why she got so upset with her. But the problem is they do not like her. The thing is, Abera is different. You know, a lot of them were raised in the South. Abera is this city kind of girl that they are looking down upon, because even they called the twins, said, you think we should be afraid of you because you're this hood chick. I feel like they're using the fact that she grew up in the inner city as a way to ostracize her, and I do not like it, because the twins are picking on her, and Abera took that like a champ. She was like, no, something was in my throat. Like, do you want to jump down my throat or what? And that was smart. That was smart, Abera. So Amanda responded, yeah, I want to jump down it. And I honestly feel like the twins haven't been rocked before because they talk so tough, and it is visible. Like, guys, you cannot be talking this tough and nasty to people and you are 3'2". Like, you have to use wisdom, because not everybody is going to respect the fact that you're a little person. Not everybody is going to respect the fact that you are pregnant, Andrea. You have to watch your mouth around people because you do not know what people are capable of. God bless Abera because she did not run up on either one of them when they disrespected her at that table, although she should have. We need Brachelle on this cast. Let me tell you something, new hellhounds would never come for Brachelle because remember, Brachelle beat up every little person in Dallas, okay? She was taking names and then she got her average height cousins to come behind her and rock the rest of the little girls that she didn't get. Let me tell you something. If y'all had a Brachelle on that show, them twins wouldn't be talking as tough as they are talking. Now at this point, I'm starting to feel bad for Abera. I feel like she is just being picked on consistently and nobody is defending her. And I'm even mad at Tanya. I'm like, you brought her into the group. This is your good Judy. Now we know that Abera is going to be a permanent cast member on this show because she's moved down to start filming this show. I think they're filming the next season right now. So I just don't understand why Tanya is not defending her, not standing up for her, especially since Abera and Sam were the only two she allowed to see her newborn child. So that lets me know that they have a relationship, a real relationship outside of this show. So for her to sit there and just have the twins come at her and then Abera, like she moved me to tears because she was just like, I've been picked on a lot. So when people come at me, especially when people call me, you know, names or whatever, I react a certain way because that has been my life. And then she started crying. I was just like, this is wrong. And Abera needs somebody that will stand up for her. I don't like the fact that Miss Juicy brought her on this trip and all she keeps on doing is taking her to the side and giving her a talking when she's being picked on. That's not fair. Although I'm sick of Abera apologizing to these bite-sized bullies, I'm glad that she did because the air was cleared and everybody can move on and have a good time. Minnie gets upset that Abera and the twins have moved on past their beef and she leaves the table once again, making another moment about her when it was not. Even if you felt some sort of way, girl, you knew that everybody was there because your bestie was about to get proposed to. Why even take that on and make something about yourself? I am upset with the environment that has allowed this woman to grow up and be this 30-something-year-old baby. It is ridiculous how she acts and how her community supports her terrible behavior. Let's be real here. The problem that Minnie and them hellhounds have with Abera is that she does not back down. She is not a punk. If you come for her, she's going to come for you and she's going to come harder. They don't like that. They can yell and scream and cuss out everybody else and everybody else will calm down because that's just how the twins are. They can't do that to Abera. Minnie can't dominate Abera and they do not like that because they cannot control her. That is the problem because they want to be like, this is my group and you're coming into my group and you're going to act this way. Abera was invited into the group. She's acting like Abera. She is not changing for anybody else and they do not like the fact that she is not falling in line. And that is why I like Abera because she has her lane and she stays in her lane and she walks it. Now if you try to come into her lane, you're going to get Abera. If you don't want Abera, stay out of her lane and mind your business. I guess that Minnie realizes that she acted like a fool. She's always having these epiphanies, you know what I mean? She's always trying to get something right because she's always starting drama. So anyway, she sits down with Abera to talk about their situation again and she starts to cry. And Abera, my good Judy Abera, falls for it and tells her that she's strong and she shouldn't cry. And Minnie's just like, well, I got fluid around my heart and so when you called me fat, and I'm just like, she called you fat after you insulted her. Like you sat there and you stared and breathed hard at Abera the entire time while she was having fun, not even worried about you. Then you call her, then you curse at her, call her an insult, and then all of these things happen after. Minnie never addresses her behavior. Why didn't you address what you did to get her to that level? And because she starts crying about her weight and her sickness, I'm telling you, this woman is such a manipulator. Abera drops everything that she has and she apologizes again and tries to make Minnie feel better about the situation that she created. Bravo, Minnie. Bravo. You got everybody fooled, but not Black Twitter. We see right through you. Although I'm not currently a fan of that pregnant hellhound, Amanda, I do like the fact that she is applying the things that she learned at couples counseling when they did that thing in Puerto Rico. I do like that she's applying those things to her relationship with Chris, because there's this scene that I feel like is set up again. I feel like some intern came over to Amanda and asked her to dance because Chris is very possessive and they knew that he would get upset. So Chris gets upset because this guy asked her to dance. She did not dance with the guy. She turned him down. Chris gets upset and leaves, and Amanda does not chase after him. She does not cry. She does not feel bad. She was like, I'm not chasing him. I'm not doing this with him. If he wants to be upset, let him be upset. I'm not going after him. And I was like, I don't like you right now, but I like this growth. Like, why can't you grow in other areas? But I'm glad that she is finally growing in this relationship, and she has set boundaries for herself. And I feel like she's starting to respect herself at this point, because she allowed Chris to do a lot of abusive things to her. But now she's just like, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing them games with him. And I even like Marlon going to talk to Chris, and Chris is just like, you know what? I'm going to go back and we're going to enjoy this time. I like the fact that the both of them are growing this season. I am glad that they are growing and maturing. I wish that they would grow and mature in other ways, but I guess it's baby steps for these girls. Baby steps. So then we finally get the proposal, and it was a really sweet moment. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the hellhounds, especially this episode, but I thought it was so sweet. Amanda was really surprised. She started crying. Jordan was crying. It was really beautiful. She looked up, and they pulled down this sign, will you marry me? It was a beautiful moment, and I was really happy for them. I still think that Jordan is too good for Amanda. I feel like he needs somebody that will not cause him strife. If Amanda does not change, I feel like Jordan needs to move on. I think he is too nice of a guy to be with someone who is consistently miserable. And I feel like Amanda is not as miserable as her sister, but she jumps into the misery pot with her sister because her sister constantly lived in a state of darkness and chaos. And because she loves her sister, she goes to that place with her and protects her. And I'm just like, girl, you need to live your life separately and happy, because if you notice in scenes when it's just Amanda and Jordan, she is living her best life, having such a good time. Then she gets around this sister and becomes, you know, hellhound number 2. Like, I can't take it. I cannot take it. I like her scenes outside of her sister. Her sister needs help. Her and Chris, they're doing better, but they just had a very volatile relationship. I'm not saying it's ever gotten physical. I'm just saying that they are just fire starters. They are both just angry, and any little thing just sets them off. And Amanda jumps right into it because her sister is in it, and it just becomes very ugly to watch and not enjoyable. I did a poll. I think Tara tweeted something, would we like to see a wedding with Amanda and Jordan? And I would. But Tara, this is the only way I want to see it. All that Amanda, or what's her name, Andrea, all her scenes got to be cut. I do not want to have negative Andrea anywhere on this show. Let's just have a B-roll of her sitting in her matron or maid of honor dress or whatever. That's the only time I want to see Andrea. I want it to be about Amanda and Jordan. I want this to be joyful and happy. I don't want no attitudes from them chicks, because then we'll start to feel like she doesn't deserve this. And I think she does. Everybody deserves to have joy and love and just have a wonderful, beautiful wedding. And I think we can only get that if that negative twin is not affecting the following twin. So only Amanda and Jordan. I don't want to see evil twin at all. After we have this beautiful proposal, Minnie decides that, guess what? Attention needs to be on me. I know Amanda just got proposed to, but this is about me. Amanda is hugging everybody. They're just having a really good time after the proposal. Minnie says, well, I guess you don't know this. I'm going to tell you something that you don't know. I was the one who helped plan this. Me and Jordan were in on this the whole time. Evil twin is sitting there like, oh, really? And then Minnie says, I also helped Jordan pick out your ring. Amanda is uncomfortable because she knows her sister, and she says to Minnie, oh, you did a good job. And then Minnie just starts going on and on and on about what she did to help this proposal come together. What she's not telling Amanda is that I tried several times to destroy it on this trip by causing problems that were not there. She didn't mention that, but she mentioned everything else that she did so she could look good in the light or whatever. But as she's talking and talking and talking, the pregnant hellhound was getting pissed. And if you see in the previews next week, they gonna get into it. And honestly, I'm happy about it because I feel like the twins need to separate from Minnie. That's a toxic friendship. They need to separate. And I also feel like Amanda needs to separate from her sister until she gets into a good headspace. Because her sister's not happy. Unhappy Andrea pulls happy Amanda into some craziness. And Amanda goes with it, like I said before, because that's her sister. But at least next week, we start to see the deterioration. At least next week, we start to see the breakup of Minnie and the twins. That needs to happen. I need that relationship to be broken apart because they are just such a dark spot in this show. And we're having so many great moments with the proposal and with Money doing a change. And then with Miss Juicy Baby, you know, working her Little People managing business. Everybody's doing some really great things. But this matchup of Minnie and the Hellhounds, it is a nightmare for the rest of the cast, and it is horrible to watch. I don't want to watch this show and be enraged every time the credits start rolling. I like to laugh and kiki with this show, which is why I started watching it. So I'm hoping that this breakup of Minnie and these twins get some fun moments that we have been missing out from this show. Anyway, that's where it ends. If you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the next episode of Little Woman Atlanta. Bye, guys.